Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is BC. Welcome back. Appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me here on the podcast, Supreme Being. First and foremost, check out the new website. Get on the email list. Number two, those of you looking for additional support, schedule your free strategy call. The links are below. I updated the Discord link. I knew the one that I had been posting before expired. I have a new permanent one that will never expire. Check that out. And lastly, if you're interested in learning more about eXp Realty, you can join us and become an icon ninja, which is a new opportunity we have for you. All those links are in the description. Now, let's get into today's lesson. Man, I feel great, right? I've really been focusing the last year or two, especially on really fine-tuning my diet. And I can tell you, just from a tea that I had when I got home and I was just physically exhausted, just from a tea, I feel brand new. It's incredible. Anyways, the superpower that human beings have. Now, this is pretty simple to apply, but it in fact is a superpower because we've seen it in action many times. And it is this. You live in a world right now where your attention is being fought for, your focus and your attention. You have your TV, you have your computer, you have your phone, online dings and dongs and notifications and this and that. So it has become a lost art for the human being to set aside the vast majority of things except for maybe one thing and say, I'm going to put all my time and attention on this, obsess about it, and only work on this. That, my friends, is what unleashes your superpower as a human being. I'm going to say it again. That is what unleashes your superpower as a human being. The biggest leaps of progress that I've had in my life, the biggest changes, the things that I've done to excel, whether it was in my athletic career and my professional career, online, came when not only the decision was made, but for a sustained period of time, I did the same thing over and over, focused on that, and didn't do anything. Like, as an example, when I started real estate, I wasn't scrolling through Instagram. I wasn't watching random YouTubers and just letting the algorithm feed me and go down the rabbit hole of YouTube. I was focused on building my skills, making money, and my career in real estate. That's it. I was reading books on sales and the exploration of the human mind, which led me to other subjects, but they were related to what I was doing. I worked day in and day out, 7 days a week on my business. And that's it. That's all that existed. Yeah, I had my routines every day of working out and all that other stuff too. But the focus was all on that. And that is a superpower because from there sprung everything. Growth, money, development, new skills, new connections, and all the stuff that people run to me today and say, help me achieve what you achieved. But when I look at their everyday life, they are so freaking distracted. I want you all, this is your first homework assignment from this podcast. I want you to start tracking on your phone how much time you're on your phone. Because I don't spend more than, I think it's like 2 or 3 hours on my phone a day. Track. I guarantee you a lot of you are on there 8, 9, 10, 11 hours. Right? Start with that. But number 2, I want you to start counting the time that you're on YouTube and documenting it. And you'll be surprised. You spend hours wasting your time on YouTube. YouTube is the new TV, just so you know. If you're not a content creator, you're consuming YouTube 99% of the time like it's TV. I'm just letting you know. And it's a harsh reality to accept. That's why, for the most part, I'm going on YouTube to, like, I'm doing calisthenics now. I'll look up a specific move and look for a video, maybe on some tips, 2 or 3 videos to spend 15, 20, 30 minutes maybe. But it's like specific. I'm studying a person, maybe a subject, and I want to see if I can find anything real quick on YouTube that will recommend me to a book or something like that. Like, that's how I use YouTube. That's why when people come to me, oh, do you follow this person? What do you think of this person? 99% of the time, I'm like, I don't even know who that is. And people just, their jaws drop. They're like, how do you not know who that is? He's the latest influencer. I'm like, who gives a shit? That has nothing to do with my life. I don't care who that person is or she is. And it's not a diss. People act now like that's disrespectful. How the fuck is that disrespectful? I'm focused on my life and what I'm doing and the subjects that are important to me. That one-track mind and focus and ability to harness all of my energy and everything into that. Because that's what I want to achieve. That's why I've been telling you guys for years too. You can study my stuff, but if you're just listening to my podcast and YouTube, You can't just be gobbling that stuff up 24/7, 365, because that's not going to get you anywhere. I mean, even the basic step of, hey, if I give you homework, you better fucking do it. If you're not even doing that, then you're wasting your time listening to me. Because if I was there and I would see you and watch you listen to me and then not do what I said, even though you claim you want to get better, I'd be like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Stop wasting your time. Be about it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. And that's my message to people. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Don't think about it. Be about it. Don't dream about it. Be about it. Don't fantasize about it. Be about it. I mean, I can keep repeating it a million different ways, but you get what I'm saying here. The people are so pulled a million different ways. Like, and how does this manifest into like reality, right? Because that's a very abstract thing to talk about. Or we can say, okay, it's this subject, but how do we unpack it now into simple terms? Well, okay, a lot of people that come to me, again, entrepreneurs and a good chunk real estate, right? They get into real estate. So what do? Why does this mess you up? You listen to your teacher or the person you're like, yeah, I'm going to, learn from BC, or this person, I'm going to jump on their program or get their systems, and then I'm going to implement it. And then what do? While you're doing that, instead of mastering that and focusing on that, you're watching 50,000 other people on YouTube and doing all this other stuff. And you're literally trying to mix and match 50,000 different things instead of just following the one thing. And that is to your detriment. That is to your detriment. Why? Because what everybody does separately is what they do separately. You're trying to create this monster of combining everything. That's not how you do things. I don't know if there's influencers out there telling you to do that. That is dumb. It doesn't work. I didn't do that. And I'm wildly successful based on mundane terms and society's terms. Why would you do that? Because when you start mixing and matching different philosophies and systems, guess what? They don't work cohesively together as a unit. They work as their own system, not when you start mashing them together, especially when you haven't even mastered the first one that you have. Why are you doing that? This is what feeds into people claiming these phantom terms that I don't even believe exist. Analysis paralysis and all that. No, you're just watching and listening to too many people, dude. Listen to one, maybe two, if that was like their mentor, and apply what they have to teach. Then when you have a basic understanding and execution and mastery of that system, then maybe you can start looking over the fence at other stuff. I'm telling you, so many of the problems and things that are coming out in quotes, again, like analysis paralysis, I don't believe in that. That's a made up thing. But if we're going to look at that, at the symptoms of that, not the problem, the symptoms, because that's a symptom, it's not a problem, right? The problem is what I'm describing here. If we're going to look at that symptom, it comes from this. One of the main roots of that is this. I have my attention split on 52 different people to learn from. Of course, I'm going to be overanalyzing because I have too much stuff to look at. How possibly could I fit all of this into one system when I'm pulling from 50 different people, or 10 or 5 or 15? It's all the same, right? You're trying to do an impossible task. Of course, it's going to be tough. And then what do? We create a new term, and then what do? They market it to you. This is how you get over analysis paralysis. And all you're doing is making somebody else rich when you're not even attacking the real problem that's causing that symptom, right? I've talked about this before. People focus on the symptom and not the real problem. That's why they never get anywhere. Like symptom, lack of motivation, you're not taking action, you're disorganized. Well, the problem is underneath it. It's not that. You have to handle it beneath that. There's something up here, a flawed belief system. You have a conflict in your mind about two ideas or beliefs or philosophies. It's causing you to be bound to inaction. Something is there. It's not the symptom that you're looking at on the surface. Those things, lack of motivation, lack of direction, all that is the manifestation from something else. Those don't just pop up out of nowhere, right? But we don't have too much time to talk about that today. But I wanted to make that point because this is the key. I'm attacking the problem on this. So moving forward, pick. And if that means that you're listening to me and you stop listening to me because you want to dedicate yourself to, I have a Joker poster here, the Joker and his philosophy, more power to you, because I will applaud the fact that you're following the Joker. I'm just making shit up now, right? Because I see him here. But you're following the Joker and you're 100% dedicated to his system and what he teaches. Good for you, man. I would shake your hand and say, well done for dedicating yourself. Now, the next step comes, see it through and master that system. Then maybe we can have a conversation again. I'm okay with that because now you are applying this information. This is why for years I've told people, have one coach in that category. Stop getting six or claiming you don't need a coach and I'm just going to listen to 50,000 different people. It doesn't work. Look at my industry. The failure rate in real estate has gone up since YouTube and the abundance of free information out there. So what does that tell you? That's a harsh reality to accept for a lot of people. The failure rate has gone up amongst an era where like people like me, and if you, I've said this before, I don't know, some of you might be new. There's a lot of brokerages that use my YouTube playlists and my videos to train their agents, just so you know. So simultaneously, I think that's sad because it shows like a big flaw in our industry that maybe we do need to raise the standards of like training if they're using a free YouTube video series. I mean, that's kind of sad, but it's also cool in the sense how much the world has changed. So it's like a double there, right? It's like a double-edged sword in a sense. But it tells you it's not the information. I've given so many perspectives and things over the last 10 years that I had to learn the hard way that I'm giving to people, and those lessons aren't being learned by the consumers of the information. So it goes to show it's not just the information. So when we limit ourselves to, I'm going to do research or do this, and it's just YouTube, man, you are, it's like graduating from preschool and kindergarten and saying you're prepared as if you went through first grade, second grade. No, you're barely at kindergarten, dude. Right? Now that feeds you into the system and the computer, right? When you really need to be off of that or focus on one, get your system and go. Because now from a practical standpoint, an application standpoint, this is what causes you to, by design, not because you can't control it, but by design, have tunnel vision. You see, all these cliche things that they've used against you, when used properly and in the right context, actually serve their purpose. Oh, you know, tunnel vision is bad. No, it's actually good if you say, I'm going to dedicate myself to this and be tunnel vision and just be one track mind. That is extremely powerful because that's a focused mind. A focused mind is a powerful mind. A stuck mind is a weak mind. A distracted mind is a weak mind. A mind that can't be decisive is a weak mind. All the stuff that the average person is dealing with. The mind that can focus and stick on something and see it through is an extremely powerful mind, and we need more of that. And you can train that in yourself. This is why you have to dedicate yourself to disciplines like sports or martial arts, or like me doing like boxing and calisthenics and really focusing. That builds up a mental and physical muscle that other people will never build in their lives. And it allows me to jump from thing to thing or do social media or real estate or whatever it is and have big time success with it. While other people seem to struggle. When you see, oh man, everything this person touches turns to gold, or they always have success in this and that. Again, that's not by chance. They've earned that because when they do something, they focus on it, and they're very stubborn, you would say. And you would start giving them negative descriptions. Obsessed, stubborn. In the right context, those aren't negative things. Those are actually compliments. If when I'm in my craft and in my world, like real estate as an example, you call me obsessed or stubborn or this and that, I'm going to bask in the glory. That's what I want. Why? Because I'm sticking to the plan and I'm having success. Why would that be a diss or something bad? You see, I want you to start questioning some of these things that float around in your mind, guys. That's why many of you come here. I give you a unique perspective on some of these everyday things that come into our head and we don't even question. That's what we have to let loose and knock out of your mind. Stick to one thing. This is why, like, you know, this last week I had a ton of people sign up for Distinguished Agent, right? My tier 1 coaching. And that's one of the things I went over to a lot of the new people. I said, dude, really focus in on this system. Block out the distractions. Go through some of the introductory stuff. Go through the introduction courses, right? And some of the beginning stuff with the skills and the systems and all that. And just focus on mastering that and obsess about it these first 30 days. And let me tell you, you will set such a good foundation that you're off to the races. Believe me. Because it's so concentrated and it's all in one place. Stick to that. Minimize distractions. Stop looking in other places and focus on that so you don't dilute the process or dilute the system with something outside or something foreign. And I'm telling you, there's extreme power in that. Now, can that seem boring? Can that be when you look around, no one else is doing it? Yes. But because of that, that's actually the right thing to do. When you're doing what everybody else is doing in general, you're normally not doing the right thing. Have you noticed that I tend to literally go against almost everything? Not everything, but almost everything that's being pushed? Thought processes, beliefs, and philosophies, or how to do this or how to even approach to real estate, man. I embrace a lot of the old school stuff, but I also, carve my own path and walk my own path and did my own thing. If you haven't been around, look back 10 years and you'll see. So I know I'm doing something right. And even when everyone's pointing the finger and laughing and I know I'm onto something that other people aren't onto. I know I'm doing something that other people are incapable of. Right? Now, when you look around, the challenging part, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you listening to this, is there's not many examples of that. The internet makes it seem like there is, because there's influencers maybe that you watch that claim or seem to adopt this mentality. Now, some people do, and credit where credit is due. But a lot of those people that claim this don't. They just show it on Instagram or YouTube or whatever it is. But the ones that do, the far few in between, and myself, the internet makes it seem like there's a lot of us. There isn't. So it would behoove you to do whatever it takes to get close to these people like myself, to learn and extract and change internally and externally and see direct real life examples of this is what I need to do, this is what I need to avoid, and having a clear pathway and blueprint to get to where it is that you want to go. That's no fluff, direct, and a lot of it you're not going to like. A lot of it's going to be tough, but hey, it's the road that you need to watch, that you need to walk, and that you need to follow, and that you need to dedicate yourself to and say, I'm on this road and I'm staying on it no matter what. Because when you finally employ and activate that ultimate level of focus and dedication and tunnel vision, man, I'm telling you, your life will change. Now, it won't change overnight. Some stuff will change overnight, but as months go on and 6 months or a year or 2 years, you will stop at these segues and be like, whoa, man, I've changed. The people around me changed. I'm making good money now. Like everything is changing. Everything feels different. This is cool. Then that leads to more growth and more focus and more success and more of everything that you want. Fill in the blank with whatever you want. But this is the key and one of the key ingredients, not the only, but one of the key ingredients to do that, ladies and gentlemen. And I urge you, as simple as this sounds, I just need to focus and obsess. It's not that easy. Simple, but not easy. And we have defaulted to being distracted and pulled different ways. Like, I'll challenge you. Another piece of homework. I guarantee you, if you bring awareness to yourself, you're going to find yourself just impulsively grabbing your phone and looking at it and refreshing and going on Facebook or Instagram when you didn't even want to do it. You didn't think, I'm going to grab my phone and look at Instagram. No, you just impulsively grabbed it, because I've caught myself doing it. And I'm pretty damn good at this thing. And even I fall prey to that. So I know damn well you're fucking falling prey to it too. It's human nature. But put some things in place. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Challenge yourself to go an hour without your phone. And start doing these things that will step you away from distraction and get you closer to this road of focus. I know I can help you with it. And again, I'm going to reiterate, those of you who really want to step up and know that you need it, schedule your strategy call. Please do yourself the favor. We can help you. Okay? Just like I said with everything else, so get on the website, get on the email list, and really tap in. And if you're going to say, okay, BC, I'm going to listen more closely and follow more closely, then actually do it. If not, stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time. Okay? So with that said, we'll wrap it up. This is the superpower of the human being when activated. However, very few people will actually activate it at the level that they can, should, must, and will, if they're willing to pay the price for it. Okay? So that's it for this one, y'all. I appreciate it. Again, check out the links below. Join us on Discord. We have a ton of people joining. We have the private section for our members. We have the open section for the public. Again, the new website, get on the email list and your free bonus. Schedule your strategy call as well for those of you really looking to step up. And if you're interested in eXp Realty and finding out more and becoming an icon ninja with myself and Loida and Team BC, you're welcome to click that link below and check it out and schedule a call with us. All right? We'll see you. Peace.